My squad, what's going on? This me, Captain Violence Days. We live action. You already know what it is. As you can see, yes, I had to bring it out. Kenpachi Jiraiya Zanpakuto. Now, during my unboxing of this, I did say I wasn't going to have this in any of my reviews until he makes his comeback. And as we see, Kenpachi has returned. Now, this is Bleach chapter 573 titled I Am the Edge. Now, to be honest, I feel this chapter, it was okay. You know, it didn't, not a lot happened, but I'm going to go over the things that did happen in the negatives. Of course, now we see Kenpachi Jiraiya. This is him. The actual Kenpachi. This is not an imagination of this new Star Knight. You know, this is the actual Kenpachi Jiraiya. So he comes in, and the first thing he asks Kenpachi, which I'm not surprised, where's Unohana? And he says she's dead. And of course, we see she's shocked. And when I seen her face, I can't remember your name, but if you're watching this, you know who you are. This person left a comment, I believe, on my fan page saying that if it was a female, if she sees Isane with another shocked, surprised face one more time, she's just going to throw her computer out the window. But I got what she was saying, and as you can see, that happened now. But it was more of a depressed, sad face, and it seemed like she just accepted it. And of course, Kenpachi said, well, if you hate me, you can kill me too. But she's glad about the fact that he inherited Kenpachi's name, the actual name Kenpachi. So, we get confirmation that this is Star Knight V. And yes, that little midget old man was an imagination from Star Knight V. And we see his name is Grimmy Thomex. I'm pretty sure I'm pronouncing his last name wrong, but we got confirmation that's his name, Star Knight V for the Visionary. And he senses Kenpachi. He says, oh, you're Kenpachi from Jiraiya, you're very strong. So he changes the scenery. He makes the ground lift up, I guess, using his imagination. Everything's falling. You see Rose and Kensei, they fall. Isane, she goes down to grab them. And Kenpachi, he goes on to, you know, let this guy know, basically, look, was this a charm? You're trying to flatter me, man. He gets down to the nitty-gritty about the fighting. And what happens is exactly what I imagine. Kenpachi goes to slice him, and it doesn't happen. And he tells Kenpachi, look, the imagination is the strongest thing in the world. You know, hey, I even imagine I'm the strongest Star Knight. So he just imagined that he's harder than steel, and Kenpachi couldn't cut through it. But then again, we see Kenpachi, he cuts right through it. And Kenpachi lets him know, well, I can cut basically through anything. If you think I've basically cut through things even harder than steel. So at that point, this is basically to be continued. Now, like I said, I felt this was a quick read. A lot of this chapter had predictability because I knew the way this fight was going to go, the way it's starting off. We see Kenpachi couldn't cut through him at first, and then somehow Kenpachi, he was able to cut through him. But I'm not going to lie, with him doing that, I did think at first he was going to activate the Shikai ability to be able to do that, but he just cut straight through it. You know, I noticed his blade is still rugged and ridged and messed up on the edge. I don't know if him and his Zanpakuto spirit came to an understanding of anything, or if his Zanpakuto really felt a 100% bond or connection. Probably not. You know, even though he did reveal the name to Kenpachi, his spirit is probably still, like, you know, still on the edge about things with Kenpachi. But anyway, now at this point, this is one battle. This can go so many ways because a battle like this has never been done in Bleach. The fashion is going, it has been done before. Here comes the villain, explains his power. Here comes the good guy, tries to fight him. The power doesn't work. And then, you know, it goes back and forth. But this guy, the Visionary, you know, Grammy, whatever the hell his name is, he can just imagine anything. So how Kenpachi cut through him, and Kenpachi said, well, I can just cut through anything. I can cut through things stronger than steel. Hell, I've cut through steel before. All he has to do is think of something that can't be cut. Kenpachi claims he can cut through anything, but all Grimmy has to do is think of something that, or think of a defense where nothing can cut through him. Or maybe he can just think of his sword shattering and breaking, because I don't know why he just won't go ahead and do it. Maybe he would do that next chapter, but it seems like, again, there's limits to this chapter. I mean, limits to his ability, excuse me. So I guess the good out of this chapter is this is confirmation that this is the actual Kenpachi. We got confirmation that Unohana is dead. I don't know who said she's alive. I think it was Charles' Anime World. I know he's watching this. He's another Bleach reviewer. I think it was him who said Unohana is alive. And I'm like, nah, I think if it wasn't you, I'm sorry, bro. But whoever else thought she was still alive, hey, she's done and dead. But a lot of people were pissed about that due to the fact that her Bunkai was never explained. So maybe it will get explained through a flashback. Maybe after this fight is over, Kenpachi will tell Asane what her Bankai ability is, but then again, no, because Unohana didn't explain it to Kenpachi. Or maybe it might be in the data book. Hell, I don't know. Look, she's dead. So we got confirmation on that. Confirmation that this is the real Kenpachi. And confirmation that the enemy Yuichiro was fighting was an imagination of Star Knight V's ability. So we got confirmation of his full name, that he is Star Knight V. He imagines himself to be the strongest, But I don't know, man. I don't know. This ability, I'm just curious to see how this is going to go. But next week, I honestly think what's going to happen, just like chess, one person make a move, he make his move. Now that Kenpachi was able to cut him or drop him to his knees, he's going to do something else to amp it up. But I just thought about something right now, which now this is hella curious. And I'm not saying this because Kenpachi is my second favorite chapter, Overall, I did like this chapter. I mean, this is Kenpachi after all, but I'm not going to give it a an A+, an S ranking, a hoorah, and a perfect chapter just because Kenpachi showed up. No, just because a character shows up that I like, it still has to be done very well. Like I said before, if Grimjaw come back, it'll be cool when he finally makes his reappearance, but they just show up for that one big old page, that one panel with the all-white background. He just standing there and says one sentence. Then the rest of the chapter, not too much really happens. I'm not going to give that chapter, an ultimate, perfect score. But anyway, his final Holy Form. Who knows what the hell? Who knows what the hell he's going to be able to do in that final Holy Form? So whatever Kenpachi has up his sleeve, man, I'm curious to see because, like I said, we see how his chest the way it's going. Kenpachi slashed and dropped him to his... No, first he blocked Kenpachi's blade. Then Kenpachi damaged him. Now he's going to do something to counter that back and forth. So maybe Ichiru... No. She all messed up. I was going to say maybe Ichiru will back him up, get into the mix, but I don't know. Hell, whatever. He could probably make Kenpachi's bones like cookies. Who knows? But like I said, this battle... I don't know, and let's see if it'll continue on with this battle. We don't know if it'll go to someone else. Maybe it'll go to Renji and Nana. Maybe it'll give an update on Ichigo, what the hell is taking him so long. Who knows? But all in all, it was an okay chapter. Not bad, not ultimate superb. But next week, I'm just expecting Kenpachi to take a good amount of damage. He reveals his Shikai to overcome that new technique or ability Star Knight V has, or maybe Star Knight V will go into his final Holy Form. Probably not because that's too soon in the battle, but you never know. But yeah, that's my whole thing about Elites. Give me your thoughts, comments, and concerns. Did you like the chapter? Did you not like it? I mean, do you think Grimmy is going to really jack up Kenpachi? We all know he's going to die. We all know he's going to die, but what do you think Kenpachi's Shikai ability is going to be? Let me know all that in the comment section below. It's me, Captain Vibes. Thanks for watching. See you next week. Sign it up.